So, losing one's way, the drift, usually starts with compromises that affect our commitments to the Lord. Can anybody in here be vulnerable? And I'll be the first one to say, have you ever drifted away from God? Okay. All right, me too. No shame in that, right? That's why we're talking about this stuff, so we can be better at it. But it usually starts with compromises that affect our commitments to the Lord. A slow drift into comfort leads to a false sense of accomplishment and safety. We let our guards down and unintentionally allow the father of lies to whisper into our ears, and he whispers things like, wow, good job. Look at what you built, man. Right? Good job. You're fine. Everything's perfect. Like, dude, just you don't have to be on guard. You can kind of just let things go. Relax. Enjoy the fruit of your labor. And we slowly give in and begin to drift and move away from the Lord and even sometimes forget God. When things are hard in our life, we dig in and we cling to God for survival. Now, I think that's a natural instinct. When things get hard, and it's not a bad one, when things get crazy in our life, we have this instinct to grab onto something outside of ourselves to save us. Anybody been there? I've been there. And I think that's a good doorway, and often it is the doorway to a great relationship with Christ. Some of us in the room will have a testimony of, dude, my life was nuts, and I cried out to God, and He showed up. That's incredible. And for that, man, I am so thankful that the Lord allows us to go through some discomforting times in hopes that we will recognize that we're not the ones in control and we need help from somebody else. So these hard times can be extremely, extremely useful and extremely motivating for us to move towards God. I love that. But here's the thing. When the storm passes, our motivation needs to have grown into something deeper than just having God show up and fulfill a practical need in our life. Because when things are crazy, we need God to fix it, right? And we're motivated, especially when we get into a place where there is nothing we can do. How many of you guys have been in that place where you're up against it? There ain't nothing I can do. So this God stuff better be real or else the ship is sinking. That's great motivation. But when the storm passes, there must be a deeper motivation than that. In other words, when you get what you want, when your need is fulfilled, what is going to keep you at the feet of Jesus? What is going to keep you from forgetting God? A deeper connection must be made during the storm. We must come to know God in a deeper way, not just the one who can save me from my troubles, but the God of my life, my very being. He's the head of all of this. There must become a relationship, somewhere a relationship of love must be founded and cultivated and real.